no, and maybe. We're going to ask questions and we want fast answers. And what more do we need than the great spirit, the spirit of here, now, and in between, all the spirits? Let's ask them. Give me a quick yes or no. So, first of all, welcome to all the subscribers. I wonder if you can come to the same conclusion as these pre to be seen tarot cards. We have lots of answers. We have lots of questions. We're not going to get any other way but to ask the psychic forces. They're here, there, and everywhere. So to all my subscribers, as I said, welcome aboard. Sit down and relax, and let's just go through these questions that we're not going to hear the answers to, but we hear the hints. It's almost as though we're reading the smoke that is perhaps the truth of the situation. Maybe there are jinn out there who are like taunting us. Can you figure this out? Can you? Can I? Can the spirit of everything? Well, and for those who aren't subscribers, welcome. We're just going to do a quick yes, no. Let's find out and maybe. And we're going to try. We're just going to ask anything, the first thing that pops into our heads. And if you like what you hear, please give me a thumbs up. Much appreciated. And if you have comments about anything, we can explore them in more detail if you so desire. So, this is an open type of brunch, an open salad bar, an open buffet of questions. So, shall we get started? Or shall we wait? Wait for what? We're not going to have any clarity unless we dive into it. Now, the first question we could ask ourselves, well, let's see, shall we go to celebrity land? Let's go to celebrity first. Do you think Beyonce's daughter, now Beyonce, we all know Jay-Z and Beyonce. Do you think Beyonce's daughter is too young at 13 to be so sexy? She's 13 years old. And yet she's bumping and grinding and doing this and that and looking like she's more than 13 years old. Now, do you think people think that she's 13 years old? She's only, how old is that? That's a 6th grade, 5th grader, something like that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6th, 7th grader doing dance routines for a bunch of men. And the makeup on this one? Okay, now is Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, too sexy to be, and too young at 13 to be so sexy? Now let's see, Beyonce's daughter Blue Ivy, and she's too young to be so sexy. Okay, first thing we get, we get the 6 of coins. The 6 of coins. Is she too sexy? No, that's up for the eye of the beholder. Too sexy for women or too sexy for men? That's a question. What's the bottom of the deck? Well, we have the 5 of swords. I would say that's almost, she's too young to be too sexy, because it's irritating to some people to see somebody so young bumping and grinding and being so heavily made up, so old, mature, or maybe it's kind of almost like a pedo grab, isn't it? Underage, but really sexy, hot makeup and sexy, hot outfits. So I would say the question is yes, even though we have here the 6 of coins and the 5 of swords. Danger. Okay, next question. We've already seen that's a little too much of a tightrope. Now, the next question is Travis Kelce. He's been showing up solo, well, at least reported solo, and he greased up his hair. He's grinning and smiling. He looks like a reincarnation of Clark Gable. I've been watching old movies, so I know Clark Gable exists. Now, is he ready to cut solo because he's like, hey, everybody knows my name, everybody knows my game, I'm party. Now, is he cutting himself a solo con solo? Is he out on the prowl? Okay. Whoa, look at this. We have the moon. The moon is like, hey, perhaps. That's kind of iffy, unclear. What do we have bottom of the deck energy when we have high priestess? Well, maybe he's getting tired of being the ball. Maybe he's tired of the ball, the most famous ball and chain in town. Maybe he just wants to cut loose his oats, his ever-growing oats. He's made his money. He's got his name. Well, he's unsure if he wants to move on to himself, but it's not saying that he's not. So I would say suspicious. He's kind of suspicious of always being under contract and being always on his P's and Q's because he is a man who is like, freedom. I'm the man. Okay, next question. Now, is Elon Musk thinks he's God's seed, God's gift to women? It is his right to populate the world with his sperm. Now, the question is, Elon Musk is God's sex machine. Sex mission in life is to make more of him. Is this true or false? Does he think he should sperm the world? He should sperminate the world. Elon Musk, are you God's ultimate sex machine? With your ever-increasing harem, it's your duty with all your cash. And now we're going to see, does he think it? He's definitely thinking it. The 7 of coins. And under the deck, we have it does take a little bit of time. I must be careful and ponder my choice of reciprocals, the choice of harem. But it seems like he's definitely edging himself to think 14 kids by 4 different women that we know of so far. He does think he's on a sex machine. And he finds it a little what? Too much publicity. If we have the 8 of Swords, that we kind of also go into this. He's been told to tone down his sperminating. Well, will he listen? That's another question. Will he listen? Next question. Yes, no, what do you think? Do you think Elon Musk is God's sperminator? God's chosen sperminator. Now, in this school, we always hear about teachers. Excuse me. We hear about teachers having sex with students. We hear about attractive young female teachers having sex with young female students. Boys, usually boys, but girls are not excluded. There are same sex and opposite sex teacher-student. Question is, being a young, attractive female teacher, do you have more urges to have sex with your students? Yes, no, do you have? Or is it, well, again, we have a diplomatic answer. The 6 of coins. Perhaps. And then the other thing, but it is overrated. It's overrated. Anybody, regardless of how they look, can have sex. Kinky teacher can have sex with their students. Be careful, parents. There's a lot of kinkajous in the ed system, in the educational system. And they're probably try to lowbrow their student into doing it. So manipulation is never something that's based on looks. It's psychological, and just being the adult in the house. Next question is, Well, now, how about this political question? Here's a political question. Will Donald J. Trump finish out his term? Okay. He's been in office, but 100 and some, 110 days. You can count it as well as I could. Now, the question is, will Trump manage to finish out his term? Will he? Will he? Yes, no, yes, no. Will Trump finish out his term? Okay, question. Now, we have here the Seven of Swords, meaning perhaps he'll finish out his term with the action of a lot of body doubles. Have you seen that body double that often stands in for Trump? He looks like about 20 years younger, 4 inches shorter, and not quite jowls. The jowls are different. Well, it makes a difference. But at least he can put on a rubber mask, but he thinks he looks so good. So perhaps with a little tricks, a little CGI, a little body doubles, maybe. Now, what do we have here? Ooh, it's going to be hard for him. And the bottom of the deck says the 9 of Wands. It'll be a bit of a trip. It'll be a bit of a struggle, even though with all those tricks, CGI, computer generated images, body doubles, and rubber masks. It still would be a little hard, burdensome for Trump to finish his term. And moving on. Now, let's see the next one we'll get. Now, we already found out political. We asked these questions. Let's ask the celebrity question. Let's go celebrity land again. Now, do you think that Taylor Swift and Blake Lively will ever be besties again? Is that possible? Spirit, tell us, is Blake Lively and Taylor Swift possibly, with all the negative, all the this, all of that, be besties again? Besties. Will Taylor Swift be besties with Blake Lively? We have the Ace of Cups. They have more in common than not in common. The energy, the flow. I think they're secret buddies, and they just don't want to be seen in public together because it both feeds their, let's look at this, feeds their what? Oh, they share some commonalities. The 8 of Swords. So I would say that this Ace of Cups is their long-standing secrets they know about each other. So they can't thoroughly cut the red thread of connection. No, because they know secrets about each other. And either or, it's best to just lay low. Let the gossip columnists and their production teams handle it. So I don't think that they are on the outs, as it so is suggested. They're just keeping quiet because they're trying to make themselves look good. You know, nick, smooth, kiss on the cheek. We won't speak to each other when we go to the public events. We will not be seen in public. Oh, you know, publicists take care of that type of stuff. Then the next question is, we're still in celebrity world. Victoria Beckham. Now, everybody knows the Spice Girl, Victoria. And they've been brooding Does she hate her daughter-in-law? Or is she jealous? Is she this? Is she that? They don't get along. It's reported they don't get along. The wife of her oldest boy and her mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. Does Victoria feel something other than utmost love and affection towards her daughter-in-law, Nicola? Let's see. Does Victoria Beckman feel a little jealous, a little this, a little that? What? A little competition? She was always the sex machine. We have the Page of Swords, which means there could be some dialogue in this. There could be some publicity of something. Somebody's getting more talk, or they'll do anything for talk. But I think basically she's a little. Victoria wishes to hold the reins. She wishes to hold the reins of session. You cannot speak to me, daughter-in-law. And here we have conflict, lover. Look at this, the lovers. Well, she loves her son, and she's happy that her son has stability. But is this stability something of which she, the Hierophant, the lovers in the Hierophant, this could be something that is, she's being edged out. So there could be some strong feelings about her son not listening to her advice because he's so enraptured with his marital bliss that the mommy has, Victoria, Spice Girl, has a little difficulty in accepting. So yes, there could be very well some conflicts. So I would say strong possibility. Strong possibility because she cannot control, she cannot dictate her sphere of influence. That's the whole thing between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. It's because one has one way of doing something and the other's way is being challenged. All right, the next question we asked is Elon Musk. Back to him again. Does Elon Musk, is he the first wave of white South Africans to come to the USA and bring their white South African ways, P's and Q's, to the land of USA? Is he? Oh, they're saying, the white South Africans, are they supposed to give the land back to the black South Africans? Oh, as if they're still in that phase. Still in that phase of colonialization. Are they going to come here and colonialize us? Us, the United States? Well, Elon Musk is certainly doing a good job of paving the way, isn't he? With his HB1 workers, avocations, and software, firing people left and right. Are they all going to come over here and just take over after they stripped South Africa of its wealth, or milking with their farms? Now, is he the first wave of these wealthy, because you can't be poor and come here anymore, is he the first wave of white South Africans to come over and claim territory? Oh, why do we get this burdensome card over and over again? The Eight of Swords. That sounds like something that we don't really want to see. That sounds, what is underneath of this? It sounds like it's plausible. More of these people. And they're going to hoard their riches. They're coming with their nailed it. They're going to come with their South African riches. That they went over there and they colonialized the natives, I'll put it that way, of South Africa. It doesn't look good, does it? It looks like they very well could be the first wave of white South Africans using the clout, the steamroller of Elon Musk. Whatever he used. Okay. Among others. Who else is? I think other people are too. But anyway. Now, let's say one more question about Elon Musk. Elon Musk's rockets have been exploding left and right, left and right. Now, how do you think those how do you think those rockets get into space? Do they fill her up with the electricity at the electro pump? Zoom, bazoom, 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 bazoom. Do you think they fill it up with gasoline? Do you realize how much gasoline that would take? Or do you think they just ignite nuclear bombs, nuclear fission, nuclear energy, nukes? How do you think? How does that stuff get off the ground? How does it break through the atmosphere, into the stratosphere, into the ionosphere? Anyway, the point is they're always exploding. And you know what that's doing to our planet, people, all of us? It's disrupting, it's making holes, rips, tears, openings. And what is the effect of this? These explosions, is there a ripple? Like if I hit a drum, if I hit it hard enough, you could feel the tremors. Same thing with space, the same thing with air, the same thing with all things in physics. Now, is he doing more damage then? Is he making us, our planet, look like Swiss cheese while he plays? Is his whole playground the world? Is Elon Musk making our planet less safe, less healthy? Is he damaging our ozone? Do you think they tell us? No. Well, he's working on it. We have the 8 of cups, the 8 of coins, the 8 of pentacles. That's perhaps what his job is doing. He is making something very precarious. He is, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. Well, it says they're watching. Let me just have a drink. They're watching the situation. Does that make you feel all tidy and cute? I would say that he is exploding nukes in our air all over the world. Because these rockets are exploding all over the world. Quietly. Not quietly. Do you think you hear every single explosion, but they're making tears and holes? There is a huge possibility. They're not going to tell us, the King of Wands. They're not going to tell us the true damage of what Elon Musk's failures are doing, his rocket failures are doing to us. Perhaps that's the reason that we're having space aliens come in our planetary waters, our planetary atmosphere, stratosphere, because maybe they're sick of it. Maybe they're sick of having Elon Musk rockets send tremors through the galaxies. You think just because we don't see it, we don't hear it, we don't pay attention, that it's not even important? I think that Elon Musk is doing more than we care to know. Now, here's another thing recently in the news. Let's go political again. Now, Trump was recently presented with a $400 million palace in the sky. 400 million palace in the sky. Now, do you think that was free? A free gift? Do you think Elon Musk, not Elon Musk, Trump, Donald J. Trump, hard to say one name without the other name. And I'm sure that he knew that, Elon Musk knew that Donald J. Trump was getting that gift. Isn't the former supposed to be ahead of all the fraud or gifts or something in the government? Well, was that gift from Qatar, in the Arabian Gulf, in the Middle East, the gift, was that free? Or is there strings attached to it? We can ask that, can't we? We can ask that very much. Think about it for a moment. I'm going to take a little break and you think about that. Think about that. Now, there we're thinking about these things now. So many things happening. Rockets exploding in the stratosphere, in the ionosphere. Gifts. $400 million plane. Whoa. Gee, that's a biggie, isn't it? $400 million plane. I'll tell you one thing, when those Arabs do things, they do them big. Now, do you think, if you were to give a reading, if you were to want a reading, if someone gave you or your friend $400 million, would that influence you? Tell me. Would that influence you to be a little happy, a little jaunty? Would you think it was free? If somebody gave you a $400 gift, would you think, what would they want? Let alone $400 million gift. And they even called it a palace. Can you imagine? A palace in the sky. That's no little, small little 2-passenger plane. No, this is a full commando. This is something that the ancients. And one thing about Qatar, however you wish to say it, that little tiny, rich, extravagant little country, they have Gundams, The guy has the emir, he has the sheikh, he has Gundams. Real multi-billion-dollar Gundams following him around as his bodyguards. He is all into stuff. Now, what trade-off does Trump think that he's getting this for free? Is this a free gift? Do you think this is a free gift? A free gift. A free gift. A free gift. Now, if you would like a reading, let me know. If you think that perhaps this sounds a little shady, what do you think? So let's see. Ask the spirits. What is this? Death card. Now, the death card means, I would take that as something has been exchanged. Death card, change. Some change of stance. His stance. Some issue. Could this be the Palestinian state? Could this be a little bit more than just the Palestinian state? Could this be a nod out, a shout out to the Arabs? Could this be something that Netanyahu couldn't give Trump? Let's see what the bottom of the deck energy is. Ooh, this is this. Ooh. Ooh, we have a Ten of Swords, which is the next to the bottom of the deck. And we have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, this is a very, very... Okay, so we first get the Death card. This is definitely something that was not free. Trump did not get that $400 million palace in the sky for free. And he had to make certain concessions that is going to put the screws on somebody. It's a crunch on some really existing relationship, like the Queen of Wands. It upsets the apple cart. Can Netanyahu give Trump a $400 million? Can Israel give what Qatar gave, the rules? I don't think so. Of course, if Netanyahu gave it, who would be paying for it? Probably us. However, this was a pure out and out deal. So I would say it's not a free gift. It's not a free gift. It's not free. There's a price for it. There's conditions. And those conditions he's going, it's like if somebody gives you something very tasty to eat and they treat you like a king or a queen. And you're not besties, but you certainly like how their style. Now, isn't that called buttering up? Fattening the cow? Something like that? Playing? Now, we have another question. Yeah, we hear this war talk in Iran. Could it be that this whole thing about being bossy in the Middle East is because there's something in the Middle East that everybody wants? We all know it's not oil. And we know that we could get minerals and resources everywhere and anywhere. Some kind of artifact, something more. We've always talked about the ancients. There's something very ancient, very real. Could this be that in the Middle East, in Iran particularly, exists some sort of advanced what? Advanced technology that everybody is itching to get. Now, they stormed through Iraq, they stormed through Libya, they stormed through Gaza, Syria, Lebanon. They're searching for something. Could it be Stargate? Could it be alien technology? Is that the real reason? Because we know it's not nuclear weapons. Oh, please. Everybody and anybody knows that Iranians have been involved in physics, high-level physics, forever. And saying all this boo-hoo-hoo and boo-hoo-hoo and boo-hoo-hoo, that's nonsense. It's nonsense and we all know it. The thing is, there's something more at stake, isn't it? There's something more at stake that's making the whole world quiver. It's called alien moon. We just saw 6 months ago, 7 months ago, all these orbs, all these drones, all these garages, all these huge spacecraft. And then, whoop, whoop, I see nothing. Oh. Like we're supposed to forget our eyes. We're supposed to forget our neighbors' eyes, their words, their films. And now we're there. Maybe we're back to Skinwalker Ranch. We're back to Tales of the Crypt. We're back to reruns of nothing. of nothingness. We can't tell you this. Well, we do know, come on, people, we do know that we have so much high advanced technology already, and we're not. Are we spewing them out of American school system? I don't think so. European school system? I don't think so. But maybe who is underground? Who is getting the real treatment? Who is? Who is? Now, this yes no is all about the fact of, does Iran hold keys that the West cannot negotiate? And does crave somebody holds the super keys? Is it us? We have some of them. So does Russia. So does other countries. Now, is it worth exterminating half of the population of the world to get these super keys? Apparently, some space alien hybrids and their hybrids, and their lackeys, puppets, say, I'm going to get this, are very much into it. Very, 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 very much into wanting. Are your lives? Maybe the lives of only the under the deep sea, the deep underground cities are valuable. The people who can afford bunkers. Are there any bunkers in the United States? I don't think so. What are you going to do if there's a nuke that goes off? What are we going to do? Are we going to run to a bus stop? Are we going to run to a public school? What are we going to do? There's no plans. So, I bet we're all rough. You better. By the class of people that have their bunkers already ready, fueled, they have their pantries up to the wazoo, and we sit here going, I'm a liberal, I'm a conservative, I'm this, I'm that. No, we're bare ass naked. We're against the flow. So why is this so important to keep this dialogue kind of wishy-washy? Kind of like, why? And I think maybe, what do you think? Do you think that, let's ask the spirits, does Iran possess artifacts that are a key to space travel, a key to alien communication? Do they have stargates? Something. All right, let's see now. I'm going to take this card. We have the Knight of Swords. Now, I would say they have something strongly in that direction. Communication, contact. It seems as though they have something going on. Doesn't seem that way. And the bottom of the deck energy would be, again, oof, keeping such secrets is really, keeping such is worth the price. They're not giving it up. They're not going to give it up without a fight. And a fight to see all fights. Perhaps what's being sought is so valuable, so immense, that whatever happens, let's look at the next card. Whatever happens, and it's going to be triggered, it says, this particular thing can be triggered by some sort of devious little sneaky act. Some kind of devious little sneak attack. That's how they probably trying to get. But will they succeed? That's another question. But they do have something strongly suspicious. Now, we do know that We live in a many, multifaceted, many. I'm going to take a break now.